Oh, Juanitosville, what's happening? Drew this, and I thought maybe I better push record. So this is my idea of a ring. I'm thinking about 3 plates, and the 3rd plate goes out to here. Three layers. So what it looks like from looking down at it, it looks like this. 1, 2, 3 layers. So that's the way the vision of it kind of is. Cut these, and it's a freestyle. We don't know what the hell we're doing. Very modern art. If it was very rigid, you know, like that, that would just look tough. Especially if we can get this to kind of bend a little bit with the ring, and it kind of bent down. Because I made some really cool rings, but man, some of the rings I make, man, you can't even put your hands in your pockets that easy. So it's definitely fashion over function. But an everyday wearer, you want for it to be comfortable, in and out of purses and pockets. Some of the jewelry is you wear it for artistic purposes, and some of it is art and like everyday. All right, let's do it. Sometimes I use a piece of wax to wax my blade. That one. So right here I got the little rectangles. They're filing. Always pull towards this part of the handle of the file. I just put it right here and it keeps it nice and steady for me. Just swiped it right off there. Swipage. As these get smaller, I want them to get a little bit shorter, progressively shorter, I think. Or was that my vision? Kind of like that. I feel like we can do another layer. A 3-layer cake, or do you guys want a 4-layer cake, friends? So we're gonna go ahead and give it another layer and see what's up. The challenge is soldering these together and getting them to stick and stay in a nice little step pattern. Dude, this is gonna be so challenging to get this to be like I want it. I know you guys think, dang, he's like a surgeon. Like a surgeon. Organ transplants on my mind. Like a surgeon. Weird Al Yankovic, friends? Come on, man. And that's going to be the ring. On the pinky or the middle or the flip off finger, booger picker finger. I was going to use this to sand with, but I don't want you guys to think I'm a hillbilly, so I'll put that aside and use a fresh piece like a real person. It cleans the surface of the silver, so there's not Kentucky Fried Chicken grease on or whatever you had for lunch that day. So I don't know if that was kind of a dumb idea. Damn, super dumb idea. I didn't realize how hot it still was. So when I put the flux on it, which I probably didn't have to do, it bubbled and moved. Jeez. Rock and roll, friends. Let's go. The only bad thing about, not bad thing, but because I like to listen to music when I make jewelry, is when I have the video going, I can't really listen to music because copyright stuff, you know. Fools be hating. Fools be hating on a player. And I see a little bit of action. I see some solder running. Oh, I see it. It looks nice. Okay, we're going to call that good. Look how red that is. Brilliance. Move it. You got to move it, move it. Oh, man. It's going to be killer. Pull it, baby. Pull it. Boom. Just like my vision. I soldered the bottom because eventually I'm going to solder it onto a plate. It's going to go like that. Check them bars, baby. Check them bars. Dude, I don't know. I think that's going to be cool. Whew, man. So I just kind of eyeball it and decide where I want the ring shank. How wide do I want it? I don't want it to be bigger than the piece on the side. A little narrow. So we'll just give it one of these. Now I know where to cut, and we're going to do that. This is 18 gauge, so this is pretty thick. Blam, kids. What I'll do now is decide how far in do I want for this to come in at the skinny part of the band, because a ring feels more comfortable when it has a skinny part right there. So whenever somebody makes me mad at the bar and I need to throw a punch, I want to be able to squeeze my fist nice and tight, so I can give them the old turquoise dîner holy people treatment. Or if you're like, you catch a baby out of a burning building, you need a grip, you know. So it could be good for good things too. All right, winos, something like this will work. So I just put that right in the very middle and hope that I have like a nice eyeball it from each side. Give it the old eyeball. All right, cowboys and Indians, this is what we went with. So I just see that side on that side. He went, you know what? I'm just gonna start fresh on the other side. And that looks pretty good to me. Looks good enough for the chicks I date. I cut my finger like that once. I don't want people to think. I don't know what I want. I don't know, actually. I just forgot what I was gonna say. All right, Juanitosville. I'm stamping the boom onto the boom piece. And I don't normally show this part because I want everybody to think that I have robots do it for me. Bam! So we got BOOM and it's centered according to our scientific calculations. And then we got the 925, so everybody knows that it's not phony baloney. And that's the way it's done, friends. It's not done by an AI robot. Sorry to crack your feelings. All right, Juanitosville. I think I'm gonna do the height of this flush. Make it flush, Holmes. Flush, I say. Shit, bud. We're gonna make it just a little bigger than flush, because you never know. Sometimes you do stuff so that you don't have to be perfect later. All right, Johnny Knoxville and the Funky Bunch. The solder is already in the back of that. I put flux on the back of this plate. I boomed the back of that, so that's ready to go. It's on that wire, so it's really doesn't have much of a heat sink, so that bottom plate should get nice and toasty quick. It's doing its damn thing. Do the damn thing. Do the damn thing, kids. File this nice and flush. Cut this end kind of flush. And our design is coming together. Yeah, booty. Getting there. I'm trying to think about like what kind of side designs I want on the shank. Boom, 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 boom. Like straight line. I've never done straight lines across just like that. Because this is very like modern artish. And straight lines are... That's what I learned on YouTube. I don't know. Sometimes I think about, okay, what would a smart person do? And then I think, well, a smart person would do it like scientifical. This way I can go in increments of millimeters. Maybe millimeters isn't what I want to use. Let's see what else we got. What do these other lines mean? We can go every one of these lines. Bam, bam, bam. Because I'm like, what would a smart person do? A smart person would use this one that you can see through to make the lines. So I go blam. I think I'm gonna go with this guy. Dude, this is gonna be challenging to get it straight. Okay, so we have this. This is looking good. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna keep working. We keep cleaning. So this is how I bend the shank. We're gonna bend the shank. And I think it's gonna be a size 7. That was my scientific calculations, was for it to be a size 7. Now my fingernails look like homeless guy fingernails. Squeeze it like a tweeze. Bam! Squeeze her like a tweezer. Here we go, buddy. This might be some of the answer. Go over it with a saw blade. Okay, I'm starting to feel like I'm losing my mind. I need just the right file. This is gonna look good. It looks like shit now, but I know this is gonna look good. We're just gonna go ahead and flatten the top right here with the file. Pulling. Now that has a flat place to lay the solder. The crack in the block, I put the design into the crack and then sat the shank right on top of there. We're gonna get to the heat, baby. I want this to get hot kind of at the same time. I'm gonna get this piece of solder that's right here, ball it up to a ball, pick it up with the tip of my solder pick. I just stuck to the tip of my solder pick. And right whenever I feel like it's at a temperature where the solder will flow, I'm gonna touch it with the solder pick. Let's get that other ball in position before we get it to temperature so that we don't have to take the heat off of it. So we're gonna heat it from the outside because the solder will follow the heat. Okay, it's starting to glow, it's starting to get to that temperature. We're gonna work this side a little bit, work to the outside, please move. Let's get this guy. Don't be shy. Stay flat, baby, come on. Okay, I got that side, and let's work on this side. I think it went, dude. Yeah, it did. It went, I think. Yes. All right, guys. So this is what it's looking like so far. Now we're gonna go ahead and pound it and see if we can get these ends to lay over and see what that looks like. This is like a kind of a moment of reckoning here. So that's what we use. Just so you know. That's so cool. It worked just like the vision. It's official like a military missile, baby. You know, you didn't know you wanted it until you saw it, did you? I don't know I want to make it until I make it. But that's just art, man. It needs sanding. It needs to be polished. This is just very, very rough. But it's all there. Latest boom piece. Just a figment of my imagination. Hope you guys like it. I'm gonna show you guys the finished product. Thanks for watching, guys, and friends and family and everybody out there in Juanitosville. Sorry for my hobo fingernails, but you know, when you're out here making your dreams come true, sometimes you have to pick your nose with dirty fingers. Okay, bye.